So I opened both the boxes, and these are the contents of inside both the boxes. Obviously this one is the top of the table, and this one is going to be used for the drawer. We'll cover everything in detail, and it comes with the hardware and the manual, user's manual, where this has the assembly instructions also. So basically on the first page of the assembly you will see different types of hardware. So I would suggest that first open the hardware pouch and arrange all the hardware in the order which is specified in this instruction manual. I have arranged all the hardware and segregated as shown on page number 3, and this is how it looks. It's easy to work when we have all the hardware arranged properly as per the instruction manual. And if I move to the page number 4, this is where we are. And now the first step is basically setting up the drawer. Okay, so now for the first step for the drawer, we have to install this one. So I'm going to install this. Screw this one. Same thing on the second side. Then just hammer down the wooden block. So we are done with the first step. Now the side panels of this one, so they go like this, because this one is the bigger one and this is the handle. So and this goes like this. So the side panels are installed. Now the next step is making them permanent. So take this edge arrow, match the arrow like this, give a little push and then just screw it. Same thing you have to do it for the other side also. So this part is done. So we are done with step number 3. Now step number 4 is the support. So this one just goes like this. Once this is done, revert it back like this, and this is the portion which goes here. So you have to slide it so that this will be tight. Now for this step number 10, you have to select the panel which will go on the side panel, which is basically the one which is over there. The only thing is that how to select this side panel, because almost the panel which goes are more or less similar. So this one and this one, both of them look similar. But for step number 10, you have to select the panel which has only 3 holes, 1, 2 and 3, and not the one which has 1 2 3 4 5 holes, right? So this is of no use. And another thing is, on the back side of this one is not black, so this panel is of no use for step number 10, so I'll disregard that one. And over here, for this, on this panel, we have to just use these small wooden pallets like this on the on both sides. So let me hammer them lightly. So over here, and the same thing I have to do it on the other side. And here and here. So once this is done, as per the instruction manual, you have to be careful that this both black sides should match up over here, and this one will go. So now this one will go in these 3 holes like this. That's it. So the side panel is done. So we are done with step number 10. Now for step number 11, you have to select the panel which has 4 holes on this side. So this one looks similar to this one. So I'll show you how to install the step number 4. So this is now you have to place the drawer the way it is shown in the manual. So I place the drawer the way it is shown in the manual. Now as per the manual, take the railing which has DL over here. I'm not sure whether it is visible, but this is what the DL is. So DL goes like this, and obviously the other one, which is DR, will go like this. So once it is done, once you place the DL, take this small screws and screw them over here on the side panel of the drawer. So this is the first screw, and the same is for the second one. And the same process I have to do for the second one also. That is for the DR, like this. And with this, we are done with the installation of the drawer. So drawer is ready to get assembled on the next step. And next step is now the side panel. So now as per the instruction manual, I have arranged these 2 side panels like this. So it's very easy to arrange them. Basically you match these holes. So here are the holes, here are the holes, like this. And once they are matched, like the way I have matched them, this side railings, this one is the CL, that is the left one, it will go like this, and the RL, that is this one, will go like this. And we have to screw up this side railing like this, 1 2, and another in here 1, and the second one is 2. And then as per the instruction manual, we have to screw this 4 screws on the 2 per side panel. So that is this one we have to screw over here, and this one we have to screw over here. So let me do this one, and then we'll be done with step number 8 and step number 9. Now for this step number 10, you have to select the panel which will go on the side panel, which is basically the one which is over there. The only thing is that how to select this side panel, because almost the panel which goes are more or less similar. So this one and this one, both of them look similar. But for step number 10, you have to select the panel which has only 3 holes, 1, 2 and 3, and not the one which has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 holes, right? So this is of no use. And another thing is, on the back side of this one is not black. So this panel is of no use for step number 10. So I'll disregard that one. And over here for this, on this panel, we have to just use these small wooden pallets like this on both sides. So let me hammer them lightly. So over here, and the same thing I have to do it on the other side. And here and here. So once this is done, as per the instruction manual, you have to be careful that both black sides should match up over here, and this one will go. So now this one will go in these 3 holes like this. That's it. So the side panel is done. So we are done with step number 10. Now for step number 11, you have to select the panel which has 4 holes on this side. So this one looks similar to this one. So I'll show you how to install the step number 4. So for step number 11, we have to select the panel which has 4 holes on the corner, and this is the only panel which has 4 holes on the corner, right? So even though this panel and this panel look same, but this panel doesn't have the hole, so obviously this is ruled out for step number 11. So on this panel, you have to use these wooden pallets and hammer them on each side. Make sure that you are not using this or hammering these wooden pallets over here, because this is the place where those screws will go. So let me do it on this side also. So 1, 2 and 3. I'll just lightly hammer them, and I'll take 2 of this also. Okay, and now this portion will go like this, and they will match, and that's to go on the screws. Okay, like this. Once this is done, take your screws and lock them on the other side. Let me show you from the other side. So basically this arrow should match up over here like this. Push it little bit and then lock it permanently. So this is done. Then same thing we have to do it for here also. Arrow matches with this and it goes like this. So now we are done with step number 11 and 12. Let's move on to the next step. So for step number 13, we are going to install these support plates, 2 on the bottom side and 2 on the top side. So it's very easy. Use the wooden blocks like this and install the first plate like this, and we have to start preparing ourselves for the other side. So push this one. So this is one, and the same thing we have to do it on the other side. And this goes here and this goes here. So this bottom side are done. Now same thing we have to do it here, but remember that here you have to take the thin wooden blocks. So it goes here and once this is done, take these two plates, these two studs, and let them go here like this. I'll just lightly hammer them, and this one also. And 4 wooden blocks goes here, another one here, and as you see, the structure is ready. What we have to do now is take this panel and just match each hole here and let it go in this place. So let me fix this one, and then I'll show you the final part. Now we are going to cover step number 16, 17, 18 and 19, and for these steps we need one big panel, which is the top of the table, that is this one. So I've arranged the table in the same fashion, the way it is shown in the assembly area, assembly manual, and the other is this one, which is this panel, right? So now for this, this is a new type of screw IKEA started giving, that is this one. So this has to be screwed using this supplied spanner, and it goes like this. It's pretty simple, so let it go like this. And this one, the big one, will go here. Let me hammer it little bit. And I have to do the same thing for all of them here. So this big one, 1, 2 and 3 goes here, and this small one will go here. So let me finish this part and then I will show you the other part also. So now take this big different type of Allen screw heads and match this arrow with the hole over here. So like this. So this is one. Same thing you have to do it here. So the hole is here. So 2. It goes all the way down, okay? So like this. Then same thing we have to do it for this one also. So 1, 2, 3. Now take this panel, and this panel will go on the this side. Let me move this desktops over here so that I can show you nicely. And over here, if you see, they are going to match over here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. this. And once this is done, take the Allen screw and lock it. So that is first. Take the Allen screw and lock the second one. And the same thing for the third one. So once this is done, take your black caps and cover this one. Second, and this is third. So basically we are done with step number 20 and step number 21. So now we'll move on to the step number 22 and step number 23. 1. So now we are going to cover from step number 22 to 26. So for this step we need 3 remaining panels, this one, and as you see I have already added the structure over here. So we need to screw this 2 parts, hammer this wooden pallets over here, and screw these 3 on this one. And I'm arranging the arrows, so this will go arrow in this direction like this. It's pretty tight over here, and this one will go in this direction because it has to match with the hole, so hole is on this side. So like this, sorry, okay, like this, and this one also like this, and this one goes here, and this one goes, it doesn't matter, once it is gone you can always rotate it like this. And so everything is done over here. So I'm going to install these things. So it is pretty straightforward step. You have to just slide this piece over here like this and lock this one. So done. And do the same thing over here. So done. So this part is done. Now do the same thing over here, and I've missed these 2 blocks. Let me add those 2 blocks from here. Okay, one here. Oops. Okay, here and over here, and this will go like this, and this will be get locked, and this will get locked, and this will get locked. Okay, so we are done with the step number 26. Now this is the place where you can decide whether you want the drawer on the right side or on the left side. Since I'm going to install the drawer on the right side, this plate will go here. If we have to if you have to install the drawer on the left side, you have to switch over to step number page number 24. But in my case I'm going to install the drawer on the right side, so this will go here and here, so this place, and as per this instruction these 2 screws will go here and one more here, and this is the portion where this assembly will go. So let me finish this step and show you the assembled piece over here, like here, and then we have to just install the supporting table to the base. So now the support is installed, and this I have to tighten using the Allen screw. And once this is done, now the only portion which is pending is basically the installation of the drawer on the right side. So this is kind of sturdy, and this one also I have to do the same thing. So this is sturdy. Now as you see over here, I need these I have to install the blocks over the drawer, and this entire drawer set which is over here will go here. So this is kind of a last step in the entire process. So let me install all these blocks and show you the installation of the drawer. And now before we roll over this and make it upside down, we have to just add this base over here. So either you could do it anywhere. I'm going to install it somewhere here. The way you can do this one is basically hit this. So that is first, and this is second, and third, fourth, fifth and sixth. So total 6. So once this is done, I'm going to make it upside down and then finish the drawer and the flap for the drawer. So now the last step is adding the hinges and the door. So this one is pretty straightforward. So it goes like this. Okay, and these are the screws which we have to tie over here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. One thing, remember that when you are going to install this one, this hinges will go on this side of the drawer if you want the door to open like this, or if they will go on this side if you want the door to open like this. In my case, I'm going to open the door like this, so this hinges will go here like this. So let me finish this step and show you the final setup. So now once this is done, just tighten out this screw so that it won't come out, and the same thing we have to do it for the lower arm. And it's done. So the door is done, and drawer is done, and the entire setup is done.